I don't even know.
Happy Friday and welcome to the peak of the week. We've got we've got sound issues right out of the gate.
Oh, I'm sorry. My computer is connected to the Bluetooth.
So you're experiencing a sort of delay that we're experiencing. Well, anyhow, this is Friday Night Live. In case you haven't figured out, we've got a game show for you. It's all trivia-related questions, and you write down correct answers or incorrect answers, but correct answers for points at QuizNight.live, and we keep track of your scores, and we post them incrementally. This game is totally free to play. You and everyone else you know is eligible to be on a team. You register at QuizNight.live. You can probably see it right there. If you can hear me, you can see it.
Can they hear him?
Yeah, I assume people can hear me.
We could just hear you a moment ago. So
all right, so we're sure that we can hear me. Speaking of me, my name is Dale. I'll be your host tonight. We've got Brian over here on the couch. He's wearing
camouflage.
His couch camo. I'm wearing my dark chair camo, I guess. And we've got Mike wearing off-camera camo over here. You will not see him, but you may hear him. We're your Syracuse Trivia Company team. We're bringing you another edition. We're about a year and a month. I want to say, does that sound about right? No, about a year and a month. A year and 6 weeks into our virtual trivia. So we want to thank all the teams who have been sticking with us through thick and thin. Anyone who's new, we hope you pay attention to what we've got to share with you here because it'll make playing a little bit easier. First of all, one person on your team will be registering at QuizNight.live. One and only one. And that person will be submitting answers for you too. You'll see at the top of the page, it says round 1, round 2, round 3. You'll be plugging answers in there in the appropriate round for the round that we're in. And it's easy to forget. Oh, I just plugged the answers in round 1 again now that we're round 2. So just make sure you're cognizant of which round you're in. What else do we have? We have a raffle. Because we don't have any way to make sure people aren't looking up answers, we don't award prizes for performance. But we do award prizes for participation. And it is going to be given to one person who registers at the raffle tab at QuizNight.live. It's totally free to enter. Just plug your name and email address in there. And at the end of the game, we will randomly generate a number using a random number generator and give a $25 gift card to one of those, well, to whatever number we select there. Yes, in our raffle, you are numbers, but you are also names. What else do we have here?
Which we assign numbers to. Blue board.
Oh, yeah, we've got the blue board. You may see it right over here. There's a blue board. It says, visit Double G Brewing on Facebook. Cheers. They paid $2 to get their message up there. If you pay $3 or more, you could get your message up there. But you can only do it if you're using Venmo. That's the only way we can really effectively look at messages. So if you've got a message you want to put it up there, beat the leader. Right now it's $2. Put your message in quotes, though. You got to put your message in quotes so that we know that you want it up there. Maybe you're just saying, hey, we like watching this, and you don't necessarily want that message on the blue board. Don't put it in quotes. Want your message on the board, put it in quotes, beat the leader. Simple as that. I'm going to take a quick refreshment break here.
Refreshment break. We have a song for the refreshment break.
See, we have a song for it. I didn't know. We're always making new innovations. Yes.
I went to Double G Brewing. I'm there right now.
Brian's at Double G Brewing right now.
They're doing West Coast IPA this weekend.
Oh, that sounds actually really tasty.
And an award-winning chocolate porter.
Look at that, $2. They're getting all sorts of crazy promotion. Maybe you have a birthday or an anniversary on your team. You want to give a shout out to that person. The blue board's a great way to do that. This is a totally free game. It's funded completely by your donations. That's been keeping us alive for the past year and 6 weeks. So if you're able to support us in any way, we've got a few different ways. If you don't use Venmo, you just use a credit card. You can go to the donate tab at QuizNight.live. If you use PayPal, you can see our at Syracuse is how you find us. I'm sorry, at Syracuse Trivia is how you find us on PayPal as well if you want to make a payment that way. And it looks like Kyle lost his bike attachment.
I'm so sorry, Kyle. But
whatever that attachment was, I'm assuming it was a wheel. Anyhow,
I couldn't think of what it was called. That thing.
that
The
landed
wheel.
flat.
Oh, it's the seat.
So anyhow, we do have 3 rounds of questions. The first round is the least valuable, but arguably the most fun. The second round is twice as valuable as the first round. The last round is as valuable as the first 2 rounds combined, and then you can wager points on the final question. It's as straightforward as that. I don't know what Brian's reading in the chat, but if
Anthony
you want...
wants to know why this couch doesn't have a torso.
It's just legs and a head.
The couch is the torso, Anthony.
Yeah. Did you ever think that maybe Brian is just a lot wider this week?
I'm really embarrassed right now.
Way to call him out. Hey, if you have a question, maybe you can't hear us, maybe something in your score is wrong, the best way to communicate with us is through the YouTube chat. You'll see it on the left-hand side of your screen if you're watching our YouTube. Anyone can watch the YouTube, share it with whoever feels they want to watch the feed there. If the chat is bothering you, we have a great tip or trick, and that's just don't look at it or hide it. All right, we've explained a lot. If you have any questions, the chat is how to reach us. I don't know why I keep grabbing my phone here. It's not a great impulse. But let's get into the questions, shall we? Oh, first question. What NHL team plays home games directly above Penn Station? That's your first question. You have the whole round to come up with that answer.
National Hockey League.
That's what it stands for, the NHL.
I just wanted to say it because I feel like sometimes when you see those things together, people they quickly skim over it and they go, "Oh, I know a team that plays."
Oh, I was thinking of the NFL team that plays above
exactly.
Penn Station, right? Yeah.
Or you might have thought the NBA team or the MLB team.
I thought you were making fun of me because I always say Major League Baseball instead of MLB. All the rest, I say NHL.
I think
NBA.
that's pretty common. MLB just doesn't roll.
Yeah, it could be confused for an N. Hey, let's do another question. Question number 2. Who is the leader of the Burger Palace Boys?
Okay, so I saw this question and I was like, I should say I saw the answer and I was like,
Brian was lost, yeah.
I don't know this answer, and then I look at the question and I go, well, this makes sense because I don't know the question either. It's around.
We're gonna really burn. We're gonna burn you all up. If you need to make fun of us in the chat for not knowing anything about this, that's okay. You can do that in chat, or you can just keep it to yourselves. Let's move on to question number 3.
Yeah, that one you know or you don't.
What actress portrayed characters in different films named Dottie, Thelma, and Larry?
Those are the films?
No, those are the characters. I was good. I wrote the question and immediately became confused.
I think the question should be, what actress portrayed characters named Dottie, Thelma, and Larry in different films?
I like that better. Yeah, I should have written it that way. I wrote it confusingly. All right. Well, were you lost on this one?
No, this one I'm very confident.
Very confident. What's going on in the chat here?
Of those characters, I think I like Dottie the best.
Oh, really?
She's a real pistol.
I like Larry the best. Do you remember Larry?
No, I don't think I remember Larry. Wait, yeah, I do, and I can't think of the movie.
You're right. Dottie's much more of a pistol. I don't know. I don't know why I like Larry better. Larry's kind of demure. Let's move on to question number 4. What cartoon character has had a boulder fall on him over 40 different times? At least 40 different times.
It's a resilient character.
Yeah, but that's the nature of cartoons.
So it is. I have a guess on this, but I don't know.
Oh. See, I thought this might have been... This is the thing, when you're writing a question, you see the answer, you're like, this is going to be easy, but there are a lot of cartoon characters that get...
And to be clear, cartoon as opposed to comic strip.
Right, this is animated.
Animated, yes. I didn't know that distinction until in my 30s.
Cartoon
I use them synonymously.
Cartoon really implies that it's animated?
Yeah, it has to be, well, not just animated, but it has to be motion. A comic is print, where cartoon is of some sort.
Interesting. Car, right? Car's motion. It's the Latin derivation.
Yeah.
Question number 5 now. Question 5. This is a partially redacted logo for what quasi-public corporation? There? That's it. There.
partially, quasi.
I know, this is a kind of a question.
Nothing about this is really confident.
There's a trademarked R up there.
Aha!
For those who with extra high resolution, people who aren't watching this on their phone.
So, redacted.
Because we're streaming this in 8K.
Redacted to me means like something was struck out, not necessarily.
And that's
like,
what happened.
Not necessarily erased. I'm kind of speaking for the audience's benefit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thought you were criticizing my choice of words.
No.
Okay.
Because I was looking at that and I
it.
was like, I feel like I know what that is, but then I was like, oh yes, redacted, not like.
And you're like,
just
oh yeah,
modified.
Quasi-public, partially redacted.
Got it.
Should we do question number 6?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Question 6. In tennis, service attempts that are annulled due to being out of bounds are known as what?
I'm gonna say divorced.
Yeah, there's love in tennis for some reason.
Annulments.
In annulments. That's the technical word for it, I guess.
And
it's different in pickleball. You don't.
and a tie is called a marriage.
No,
Tennis.
no, it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
No.
We got married.
Now we're married. Congratulations, it won't last.
Serena and Bees got married? Just in tennis, though.
What are we sipping on this week? You've got a Heineken. I am.
Gin and juice.
I'm drinking a Dixie cup of something. What is it? What is that? It's a lot of it, whatever it is. Let's move on to question number 7. George Wendt's superfan character Bill Swerski loved what football team?
Almost said it.
Yeah, you almost said it, didn't you?
I did.
This might be generational. Some of our questions
It's
are
definitely generational. That's for sure.
I appreciate that because sometimes I get hasty. Also, I don't know what grammar is.
It's the little crumbles that you get in your
graham crackers. It's the
yeah
remains at the bottom of a graham cracker bag.
That's the grammar.
We should play Boulder Dash on here one day. Let's do question number 8 though. Question 8. What root vegetables are the source of around half of the world's refined sugar?
Ooh, I remember. I think it was Reading Rainbow that I learned about this.
Yeah,
Reading Rainbow.
I learned about it on Reading Rainbow. Yeah.
No,
it was a
strangely,
segment.
he was not. Part of it.
You know, actually, I think it was Sesame Street.
It might have been Sesame Street.
I think it was Sesame Street.
We watched a lot of educational television growing up, and I don't know that really happens as much these days. I feel like.
What are you talking about? Dora the Explorer, the Octonauts, Blue's Clues?
I didn't know.
You're just not watching children's programming. Evidently, I am. I am Big Pentameter.
Those are like educational and like
Where in the world's Carmen Sandiego?
Kind of like a infotainment way, whereas I feel like that segment on.
Oh right,
it was straight up like a documentary for kids.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. I see what you're saying. And then they started saying kids don't digest this stuff. Let's do question number 9. Question number 9. Here it is. Toaster or skin job are both pejorative terms for cyborgs in what sci-fi universe?
I know this one.
Sci-fi universe. We're doing more sci-fi universe questions.
It's our same
what fictitious
sci-fi universe.
I want to give a shout out to the Shamrocks. Hello, Shamrocks. Thanks for playing. Shamrocks are team number 39.
I want to give a shout out to my favorite team name tonight, and I'm going to come up with it in a little bit. A lot of regulars in here tonight. I'm trying to find. I like the No Sarah Club.
Is there music playing all the time on your end? If so, it's easy too loud.
I don't hear any music.
It's really too loud. Is there music playing? Is the music going through? No? There was? I'm getting word that it's loud.
Why aren't we hearing anything on this side?
Because this.
The speaker wire.
Probably because of your computer.
I disconnected.
There's a light flashing? Does that mean it's on?
That means it's trying to connect to Bluetooth.
Oh, we got to turn the Bluetooth
Turn it
off.
off. Turn the Bluetooth off.
All right, well, this isn't really critical at the moment. Let's move on to question number 10. There it is. Oh, look at those Joshes from last week. Please ignore the Joshes.
They have nothing to do with this question.
Oh.
Oh, Brian's connected.
I'm not connected.
Brian's connected.
I think you are connected.
All right, I'm gonna disconnect again.
You just got to turn off Bluetooth on that thing.
I just did.
All right. Here's question 10. You've already read it. Who is the only U.S. president to have also been a 5-star general in the U.S. military, having served in World War II? All right, that's question 10. You can think about it, and then we will scroll all the questions we've already asked. You'll see them on a black screen. You won't see us. You might hear us a little bit. And then we'll start a 2.5-minute clock. But we'll give you a minute to digest this one.
I'm the first one to thumbs up this broadcast. So that entire time, Mike, was music playing over what we were talking?
Maybe. It's hard to tell.
Were you turning the music up and down each time?
I turned it up during a break. It would have continued to be.
Okay. Go ahead and say that it was the whole time. How come we don't hear music anymore? Because I turned my Bluetooth off.
The phones are not doing
Why?
That cord, I think it just loves to be on Bluetooth.
I'm going to turn it back on again. See if
I turned my Bluetooth off. That was
Turned
turning
it back.
off.
You turned it off. Now I'm turning it on. All right, what do you say we start that 2.5-minute clock? Please make sure whoever's submitting your answers is using the round 1 tab. You're going to see all those questions and the one picture from this round. And then you'll see a 2.5 countdown clock. And we're going to start that now. It's like a bad actor, but it's a bad actor.
Did you have a message on the keyboard?
Oh, hi, Katie. Oh, yeah, I was just talking with Katie the other night on Thursday. Double G Brewing's legit. Was she the one who plugged it the first time?
No, it was not Katie who plugged it the first time.
All right. Double G Brewing's obviously got some clout.
Oh, kind of to the right of that logo. That is weird.
It's part of the logo.
I was
You got
able to
less
get
than a
rid of it at
minute.
one point. What's that? I was able to get rid of that little blue box there. I was able to find what element that was, and I just hit delete, and it's gone. Like the questions here. There was a number 5 image too.
That is the number 5 image. You only have about 15 seconds to hit that submit button, to smash that submit button, I mean.
If you'd like gently just kind of like just graze your cursor over the like button.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, smash! We don't have that gong. I don't know where the
we
gong
actually
went.
do have the gong.
The gong has removed
Get the
itself from
gong.
the space here.
Barely removed.
It's too late for the gong on this one. But it's not too late to make a donation. There's the gong.
There it
Very
is.
good. Hey, it's not too late to help us out. Keep this going week after week. It's not like you have to donate $100 to keep it going. Donations of any size are greatly appreciated. If you want to get your message up, don't forget that blue board's. I mean, you already know about the blue board. You can read it.
You guys know about it.
But if you don't do Venmo, you can use PayPal. You can use our credit card processing. It really only takes a few minutes, and it does keep us going, and we really, really greatly appreciate it. We'll be back after looking at your answers, and we'll have the scores posted in just a couple minutes. See ya. Peace.
This. I don't know how to act, don't know how to adapt to this situation. Not used to this, no I'm not. Better let myself give in to love, believe in us, no matter what it does to my heart. Not used to this, no I'm not. It was like if we were to waste these moments, the like poets who made. You are, you getting into my
Are we resetting the leaderboard?
Saying that the music was too loud.
Yeah.
Who you are, be like a piece of art. I want more, but better slow it down. Inside my mind is getting all too loud. I get scared. Now you
Look at those answers. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. All right, it's time to go over the correct answers in case you didn't study them instantly. The first question, what NHL team plays home games directly above Penn Station? The correct answer would be the New York Rangers. And I will tell you that 97% of teams wrote the New York Rangers.
Hey, that's my job.
Oh, that's Brian's job. All right. Well, then, question number 2. Who is the leader of the Burger Palace Boys? Brian?
No, my job's to tell you the percentages.
I don't
Your
understand anyone's jobs here. The correct answer was Danny Zucco. Danny Zucco.
job. 29% of teams.
that's
got
from
that
Greece,
right.
yeah.
Our hardest question of the round.
We
Where's
put
that
it.
from?
It's from Greece. Danny Zucco, that's John Travolta's character. Ever heard of him? Neither did about 70% of teams. So, toughest question of the round. Might be toughest question of the night. Who knows?
Who knows what Dill's
Who knows? Sometimes I cook up some tough ones. Question number 4. What cartoon characters had a boulder fall on him over 40 times? At least over 40 times. I guess over and at least kind of are the same idea. The correct answer would be wWil E. Coyote from Looney Tunes.
And I'm glad I clarified for myself that it was a cartoon and not a comic, because I was going to say like Hagar the Horrible or something like that. But 100%, nobody missed that. If I was playing, I might have missed it because I would have.
You'd have overthought it.
I would have been dumb.
You'd have overthought it. Number 5. We showed a partially redacted logo of what quasi-public company. Some of you said the U.S. Postal Service is a good guess because it's a quasi-public, but it's not what their logo looks like. The correct answer was Amtrak.
Amtrak.
Quasi-public.
Yeah, partially redacted. 66% of teams correctly answered.
All
that.
right. That's a number. Number 6, in tennis, service attempts that are annulled due to being out of bounds are known as what?
Fault.
They're known as faults.
93% of teams.
Faults. I wanted it to be plural. We accepted it if you made it singular because it's still right, but I want the answer to be faults.
Oh, I see, because it sounds like false.
Because it sounds like false. I wanted to do a true-false
True or
question
false.
there, but our spreadsheet doesn't like the
you
word
did
false coming in.
Amtrak faults instead.
I did Amtrak faults, but see, watch what's coming. Question number 7. George Wendt's superfan character Bill Swerski loved what football team?
Oh my God.
The correct answer is
Let's see
the
what
Bears.
You did. The Bears.
Bears, the Chicago Bears. And what percentage of teams got that right?
83% of teams got that right. Oh my God, Dale.
Brian's so impressed right now.
I am a little impressed.
Question number 8. What root vegetables are the source of around half the world's refined sugar? The correct answer would be the sugar beet. Beet was the answer we were looking for. How did teams do?
85% of teams knew beets.
A little bit better. And toaster or skin job are both pejorative terms for cyborgs in what sci-fi universe? We've asked 3 weeks going. We asked questions about Star Trek. Did we see many Star Trek guesses in there?
I did not grade that one, so I don't know. Mike?
Did we see?
There were like 4 Star Trek.
4 Star
Some
Trek.
people were like,
Yeah.
these guys are stuck on Star Trek.
But
The correct answer turns out to have been Battlestar Galactica.
you're noticing a trend with the answers. 49% of teams got that right.
That was a tough one, but maybe some of those teams who are fans of The Office put it together. Number 10, who is the only U.S. president to have also been a 5-star general in the U.S. military, having served in World War II? Teams did well on this. They wrote Dwight D. Eisenhower if they got it right. How many teams did that?
Literally everyone.
100%.
100%
Easiest
of
question
teams.
somehow. There are your answers right there. I don't know if you
What'd you do there, Dale?
if you read from 6 on down, it has a secret message for fans of The Office. Speaking of secret messages, you can make a not secret message on our blue board over here.
The opposite. A broadcast message.
A broadcast. You can treat it like your own low cost, low reach billboard.
What? Low reach? We're reaching literally hundreds of people for hours.
For an hour. Okay, so it's high reach, depending on your definition of high.
You add them all up there.
We're going to move on to round number 2. Whoever's writing your answers, here's your reminder. Make sure on the round 2 tab where you're plugging those answers in.
Leaderboard got reset.
Brian, you're doing your best State Farm. Jake from State Farm. He's not talking to anyone on the phone though, so.
No, I do that at 2 in the morning.
That's what he does after this.
Mostly talk to dudes.
All right, we're gonna get on to round number 2. 20 points for each correct answer. Oh wait, the scores. You can see the scores at the scores tab.
Who's
See
winning?
See your standings. I don't know
We
who's.
have to go there and check.
It's not assorted.
We don't sort it.
We don't sort it till the end. So anyhow, you can check out your scores and see how you did. If your score seems wrong, just let us know in the chat. We probably didn't make a mistake. Let's do question number 1 of round number 2. A female sheep is known by what term?
Now, see, all I'm thinking right now is, what kind of clever thing did Dale put together here?
That's a good thought to have.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a 1 for that.
Woo! A 1's a nice.
Yeah, you got a 1.
Nice tone.
Mm-hmm.
Has a good timbre to it.
Yep, you earned it.
Let's say. And
Just
now
gonna
I'm
make
gonna
sure.
look.
See if I've got any incoming.
I see. I see what you. See what's going on here.
Mm-hmm. Brian's a seer.
Yeah, I looked ahead at the answers.
He's Nostradamus over there. A 16th century French philosopher, astrologer, and seer.
Yeah, it was a question earlier this week.
Yeah, last night you asked 2 questions about a something 16th or a 19th century French fill in the blank in the same
Louis Pasteur and Nostradamus.
Nostradamus, yeah. Let's do question number 2 now. Here it is. What is the title of this sculpture? You tricked me. Of this sculpture by Donatello. Donatello was one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I believe this one is called Before the Briss.
I think it's called Ladyboy. What do you think? I don't know what's going on in the chat. I'm out of touch here. A lot has happened here. T-Birds. Jay Renner thought it was very clever. Thank you. Brian's doing his best. Jake from State Farm. Skin job is Battlestar. Bears. See what I did there. For those of you who are lost,
Yeah, we all got it.
I want it to be like false, but it's false. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Dwight D. Eisenhower. He was the original Dwight. The original Dwight. All right. Ready for another question? That picture will be shown if you need to take a screenshot to study up on it or whatever. That's your prerogative. We can't stop you from doing that. Question number 3. What product was sold by its pitchman saying, "Stop having boring tuna. Stop having a boring life. Add this tuna. Now you're going to have a nice tuna salad. You're going to have an exciting life." This is great. I love that. I have an exciting life now, thanks to this tuna and this product. Are you stumped on this one?
No, because I looked at the answer, but I was just thinking about how I could really turn my life around with some tuna.
Yeah, you could start having an exciting
And
life.
this product.
Stop having boring tuna. It's amazing how tuna can be made boring or exciting. Every time I ask a question about tennis, it goes wrong on me. It's like Star Wars.
Yes.
I can't ask Star Wars questions because it goes wrong. I find out in some, fan fiction.
I know you didn't know enough about the subject.
I actually looked this up. Annulled is absolutely a term. Question number 4. What color is the 45 karat Hope diamond?
What, Dale? It's not just one color. Have you seen a diamond? They sparkle.
Okay, so excluding sparkle color, what color is it? Leaderboard's at $2. If you want to get your message up there, if you need to insult us or compliment us or talk to other people out there, not in the chat, you can pay $3 or more to get your message up there.
Yep. This is
and you can feed us. That $3 will buy us a box of cereal so that we can eat
At
breakfast
this
for the
rate
rest of the
today, we could all afford a Happy Meal.
Still nailing that Jake from State Farm thing, huh?
I am nailing it, and totally didn't even mean to do this.
You had no idea
And
you had a red couch.
I do moonlight as a State Farm agent.
Yep. Okay, we're going to do question 5, so I'll hit the 5 here. That's a 5. What kind of weather front is depicted on maps with only triangles? That's a fun question.
Yeah.
What kind of weather front?
Tri-front.
We get this.
How many fronts are there? I'm going to say 3.
I can only think of 3 fronts. And
then
when
there's
I think
the
of
People's Front of Judea.
And then there's the Judean People's Front.
So that makes 5.
Yeah, we're up to 5 now. All right, sometimes I can be blunt. And that is not always preferable. But we move on to question number 6. What company overtook Blue Apron to have the largest share of the U.S. market for meal kits?
Oh, it is.
Oh, that was question number 6.
I remember when that happened, and it was like, whoa!
Yeah, the whole world was shocked.
Wall Street Journal, New York Times, Washington Post, all headlines.
Meal kits.
Blue Apron dethroned.
I know, it was so momentous we had to ask a trivia question about it. It happened 3 years ago.
And they've been on King of the Hill ever since.
King of the Hill.
Yeah, isn't that a term?
It's a TV
Not-
show.
You can be
The
the
little
the King of the Hill, but you're not on King of the Hill unless you're on the show
No, I
King
said
of the Hill.
they were King of the Hill ever since.
Oh, I misheard. I heard what I wanted to hear.
So we often write U.S. without a dot and a dot.
Yeah, it could
What
be
is
like Us
correct?
Weekly.
What is correct?
I think you don't need dots if you make it USA, but if you're doing US, we should have periods in there.
We never do.
That's a blemish right there. That's a stain
That's
on
a
our.
wag of the finger right there.
Yep.
Bev,
All right.
you should be letting us know about that.
Yep. Thank you, Bev. Please. And it's now question number 7. Mount Rainier is the highest peak in what U.S. state? Think of a state and write it down. That's the song for this one, so you hit the 7.
Every question has its own song,
Yep.
and that was this song.
Boy, if I were an auctioneer, which I'm glad I'm not, I would have trouble keeping up with our blue board tonight. My mouth doesn't move that fast.
Your mouth.
And then the $2. We got Brian doing his best Jake from State Farm. Nice.
This fast.
And people may sometimes the Venmo doesn't refresh. When you hit refresh and it doesn't refresh.
You know my favorite brewery is?
Double G.
Double G.
Yeah, Double G. Oh, there it is. Brian
They're
matches
dope.
the counts. Look at that. Double G Brewing is dope. That's 3 shout-outs to Double G Brewing.
For what I think might add up to like $8. Pretty
Yeah.
good. That's pretty good.
Effective advertising.
Great return
And
on
on
investment.
top of it, we're talking about it more than probably anything else that's been on the blue board.
Yep, that's what an early adopter gets. They get extra value. Now let's move on to question number 8. What weight loss diet was adapted from a diet originally developed to reduce epileptic seizures in children? You know this. You know this. But do you know this?
I mean, I'm sure I've heard of the name of this diet.
But you're not confident
I
on
don't
the
know
answer?
that I've heard of its origins.
Mm.
I didn't know diets were designed to reduce epileptic seizures
Yeah, that's
in
the
children, but not adults.
epilepsy takes many forms. I guess it performs differently for certain types of epilepsy.
But now that I'm thinking about this, I feel very confident about what the answer is.
Mm-hmm. 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 I'm gonna say hi.
Guys,
to...
if anyone wants great rates on insurance, just hit me up in the chat.
Yeah. Because he is Jake now.
Because I got a great insurance agent.
All right. I think we need to advance this game on to question number 9. That was a 3, really. Which does the M stand for in the temporal designations AM and PM? Does the M stand for morning, meridium, midnight, or mill? Huh.
Or none of them.
No, it's one of them. We didn't.
That'd be a fun twist.
We didn't give you a choice of D, none of the aforementioned. So yeah, pick one of them. It's either morning, meridium, midnight, or mill.
That is a tasty burger.
Mike, how's your portfolio doing over there? Winning portfolio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it? Are we talking about an art portfolio or
His financial portfolio? He's been working on his 401k all evening.
Wow. That's just a harsh statement on our blue board right now.
Wow. Jack is a bad name. Maybe it's a typo. There's probably a typo in there.
Yeah, there should be a comma.
I think they meant to say Jack is a dad name.
Oh.
It's probably a typo.
Or Jakiza. Bad name.
Mm-hmm.
Jack is a dad name, though.
Yeah, they're definitely dads named Jack. I know one, personally.
I have an Uncle Jack.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, our Uncle Jack. He's 3 children.
And then there's Uncle Jack from the show It's Always Sunny in
I don't think he has children, though. I don't think that's part of his game
hands
plan.
are too small.
His hands are too small. His interests are too small.
Great hands.
They probably meant Jake is a bad name, not Jack.
Oh. Bad name for
that
me.
makes. And Jack is a bad spelling of Jake.
And jazz is a bad name for the kind of hands that go like this, because I don't understand what this has to do with jazz.
Oh, obviously you don't remember Busby Berkeley and his jazzy performances where...
I don't remember Busby. No.
Question number 10.
Thank you. Question number 10.
Thanks for getting me out of that one.
Yeah.
It's like
The practice
shepherd
of sending universal energy from one body to another through near contact with hands with the intent of healing is known by what name? Mike loves
I
this.
believe it's called teasing.
Whoa. Hi, Emily.
I believe it might be called I'm Not Touching You, which is a game we used to play. And everyone loved it. Oh, I was doing spirit fingers. Wait, these are spirit fingers? What are these? These are jazz hands. Spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers are this.
So I was doing spirit fingers.
Yeah, you got to get
And I
your...
gotta do jazz hands.
You got to get your adjective appendage combos right. Hopefully that's enough time for you to come up with the universal energy transfer question. We're going to scroll all of them and show you that picture of Donatello's artwork and start a 2.5 minute clock. Whoever is submitting your answers, please make sure you're on the round 2 answer tab. And we're going to start that clock now.
I feel like I matched that pitch pretty well.
Yeah, you pitched perfect to that one. Perfect pitched it.
It was a right down the middle line drive. Hang on. Pause the trivia. Jay Renner's going to the bathroom. Maybe he should get some adult diapers. I think you can get them for like $7 on Amazon.
Well, you can get one.
You can get one, but that's all you need. One a week. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is there music playing? They're listening to us though, like just sitting here silently.
It's not silence anymore. That's Dale Beatbox right there for you.
There's the good music. That's what
I actually
people come
recognize
here
the
for
song
this.
now. I've heard this playlist so much.
We've got to be getting close to our 4,000 hours.
Yeah, let's take a
Mike,
check.
can you take a quick peek there?
All right, everyone, watch this extra hard. Pull it up on 2 screens. We're so close to being able to embed this feed, so you don't have to go to YouTube to see it.
And so we can play, you know,
Not,
minute.
Not
Less
this
than a minute.
playlist. Let's see what kind of answers are rolling in here.
quick ones. Hot ones. Quick and hot. Are you watching that clock?
30 seconds left. We got 10 seconds. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was not a good strike. Not a good gong strike. There it is. Okay, so we're going to take a look at your answers. We're going to judge them favorably or unfavorably, depending on what they are. If you haven't already, send you and everyone else over to the raffle tab at QuizNight.live, where you can register to win our $25 Wegmans gift card. If you haven't made a donation, you're looking for a time when we're not asking questions, now is going to be that time. So it's easy to get over to our donate tab or to just use Venmo on your phone. It'll take 2 seconds, get a fun message up there, get a conversation going. We can talk about Double G Brewing if we want, or some other brewing, who knows. We'll be right back. It's interesting. Are the mics up still?
Yeah.
Wake up, baby, all the stars are shining bright. Yeah, we should stay up so that we can look at them all night. Just keep holding me, don't let me go. Everything's so magical. All I need is you tonight. If I shut my eyes, keeping them closed, all the senses explodes. You and me under the sky. Let's stay up all night. Give our hearts a new beginning when we fell in love. Every second, every minute. So your tears been running like a waterfall. Thought the stars would never.
Ah, there they are, the answers again.
Spirit fingers.
The correct answers. They were there for a moment for those super tuned in. Let's go over the correct answers
We're just
one at a time.
able to see.
A female sheep is known by what term? The correct answer is a ewe. A ewe. Also a name of a
That's how
term.
it's pronounced.
Ew. That's how it's pronounced?
Yeah.
Huh. Learning new
Ew.
things. It's pronounced ew. How many people got that right? How many teams got it right?
Oh,
He doesn't.
most of them. I'm sorry.
We're going with most teams.
I forgot. That was 97% of teams.
That is
Almost
most teams.
98%.
Next question was, what was the title of the sculpture that we showed you there by Donatello? It is Donatello's most famous sculpture, and it shares a name with an even more famous sculpture of the same character from the Bible. And the correct answer was David.
You, David.
See, Brian put together what I was doing there. The first question was you, and then David. And if you get that reference, that's another popular
I can't
TV show
Alexis
reference.
at all.
David. What product
Neither
was
can-
sold by its pitchman saying, "Stop having boring tuna. Stop having a boring life. Add this tuna. Now you're gonna have a nice tuna salad. You're gonna have an exciting life." This was a hard question for people. The correct answer was the slap chop. Slap chop.
Slapchop, yeah, 32% of teams knew that,
32%.
but more than knew the Danny the Grease question.
Zuko.
See, I can't even
Danny
remember his
Cudo.
name.
That was the hardest question of the round, not of the game though. Still, Danny Zuko is the hardest. What Oh, that was. I'm sorry. Question number 4. What color is the 45 carat Hope Diamond? We gave you 20 points if you said blue. And how many teams did we give that to?
87% of teams we gave credit to.
Great. What kind of weather front is depicted on maps with only triangles? You were presumably deciding between occluded, warm, and cold. The correct answer was cold. How many people made that choice?
82%, not as many as people knew about the Hope Diamond color.
Okay, so people are more tuned into their diamonds than their fronts.
Than their
Number 6. What company overtook Blue Apron to have the largest share of the U.S. market for meal kits? This was groundbreaking news. Everyone was paying close attention.
It should be noted that we received absolutely no sponsorship for this question.
We received absolutely no sponsorship for any of the questions.
Yeah, that's true. We're not sponsored.
We are open.
We're open to sponsorship. You know, if Double G
Hello
wants...
Fresh, hello! We're doing
Oh.
things out here
We're
for you, free.
You're the big one. HelloFresh was the right answer. Teams did well on that one, yeah?
Yeah, I just had it here. 89% of teams got it right. Yeah.
Mount Rainier is the highest peak in what U.S. state? You got 20 points for saying Washington State. Teams did terrible on that.
No, 98% of teams
98% of teams knew it. So that's not terrible. That's an A+ rating. Number 8, what weight loss diet was adapted from a diet originally developed to reduce epileptic seizures in children? A lot of teams were going with Atkins.
A lot of teams
Some were
did
going
that.
with Noom. That's not a good choice. Noom's a brand new.
Yeah, but maybe it started that way.
Oh,
and
I
then it
see. Yeah,
became,
okay.
You know,
Also, I
you
didn't
don't
see.
know the
I didn't.
history
I
of
made that up.
things.
I didn't see anyone say Noom. The correct answer was the ketogenic diet, or keto. If you said keto, that was obviously just as good.
74% of teams. We did draw the distinction between keto and Atkins. These are not the same diet.
No, not this.
Atkins
They have
does not
similar
Bring you to
approaches,
ketosis.
and it was Atkins was not developed for that purposes. For that purpose, what does the M stand for in the temporal designations of AM and PM? If you didn't know, hopefully you divined it wasn't midnight, but I like midnight better, honestly. Correct answer is meridium. Meridium.
100% of teams.
I am blown away.
Are you?
That was the
it
easiest question.
Multiple choice.
But still, I would have figured someone picked mill. I don't know. Number 10. The
not
practice
dumb
of
people.
sending universal energy from one body to another through near contact with the hands with the intent of healing is known by the name Reiki. Reiki. And now you know all about Reiki. Everything you need to know about
Now
it.
what you need to do is just read all of those questions or answers together like it's a sentence and see
Ew,
if there's...
David. Slap chop. Blue cold HelloFresh Washington ketogenic diet. Meridium Reiki. You'll see your scores at the scores tab. We're going to move on to the last round. We are way ahead of schedule tonight, as you can see. So let's do it.
Right on
Question
schedule.
number 1. What kind of animal is this endangered little fella? It's animated. That's just fun to watch. Watch it over and over.
It actually claws
It's
the
a
cameraman's eyes
It's
out.
boomeranged though, so you don't have to see any sort
The
of.
cameraman is blind now to get this footage.
Are the scores? We have a scoring
Because
question.
the camera is using their own eye.
It's people are saying their scores are not added
By
together.
people, you mean exactly one person.
Yep, but they're talking about the people on their team. They use the plural.
I don't see anything that looks like that.
All right. Well, we'll have to look into it in a little
Yeah,
bit.
Team number.
It's quarantine squirrels.
Question number 2.
Here it is, question number 2. China is the common name for the People's Republic of China. What is the common name for the island country that is officially known as the Republic of China? That is confusing, needlessly confusing, but it is a reality we live with. We're sorting some things out here.
200 points, which is
No, this should have 290. That's what it shows on the private standings.
Dita von Kiss. Score is only round 2. I think we got spreadsheet trubs, which is a cool way of saying troubles. Right? You were saying you had trouble copying and pasting last time. They look right for me.
They look right on this. Are you on the QuizNight.live scores?
I'm in the Google Doc.
Yeah.
They look right there. All right, let's do another question if we can. Question number 3. There it is. A lustrum is which of the following? Is it a fishing lure, an apple preservative, a 5-year period, or a unicorn's head spear? That's question number 3. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. See that up there?
So I'm not seeing any round 1 scores. I don't think that my spreadsheets can be trusted.
I'm going to have to email you a thing for you to copy and paste.
If you go to the standings tab or the scoring tab,
I'm going to email it
do
to
you
you.
see scores for every team?
Yep. And
Yeah.
it looks like basically we just see scores for one round, the second round. No one has a score higher than 200.
Scores for some round 1.
I see scores well over 200.
I see only 200.
But if you go to scoring,
Are you guys on QuizNight.live?
No. Ignore that. The scoring tab of the scoring spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see scores for round 1 and round 2?
Yes, I do.
So somebody other than me is going to have to copy from private standings.
All right, I'm doing it.
Great. And we're moving on to question number 4. What pop star played the Target regular Peg on Saturday Night Live sketches? Looking for a pop star. Peg. Classic Peg. All right. Catching up on the. I bet people love it when we're quiet like this.
Oh yeah, totes.
They can talk amongst themselves. They don't have to hear our garbage chatter.
I like to think of it as garbage chatter.
We ready for question number 5? I say 5 it up. What classic rock band often performed with a urinal bolted to the piano on stage? I meant to take that part out. That is not a helpful clue. Featured a flute in many hit songs and was named after the inventor of the seed drill. You can ignore the part about the urinal on the piano. That happened once. I wrote it and then it was like, I better research this more, and then I found out this is not a helpful part of the question. Although No one's gonna be steered to a different answer. Well, there's another band that bolted a urinal to their piano.
I can't copy this stuff. It just gives me reference errors.
I think I did it. Let me try.
Paste as values only.
Oh, that's right.
Buddy.
Sorry.
We're trying to fix this. Sometimes we're working with a variety of freeware and not freeware. And occasionally some of it's going to glitch on us. So we apologize for the scoring inconvenience, but hopefully we'll have those sorted out before the end of this round. Let's do question number 6. The NATO phonetic alphabet doesn't use Mansi as its word for the letter M, but instead what other much more common name? That's question number 6.
I feel targeted.
You feel targeted? You should.
I'm still having trouble pasting. I guess I didn't have enough mucilage.
Yeah, you didn't have your mucilage today. You had Mucilix, the off-brand mucilage. Let me see. I think I should be able to do this. Paste. There, I did it. I don't understand what your problem is.
Well,
Boom. There you go. You should have it, Mike.
nope.
What?
Just a bunch of references.
Mike, did you get it?
Paste as value only.
You just got an email from me. It just says pasted value only.
Wait, you just emailed?
Why didn't you just do
Why
it?
would you do
Because
that?
I'm not logged into the thing. I'm not logged into the. I'm hosting here, man. We got question number 7 coming up. A 2001 film starring Jake Gyllenhaal and his sister Maggie, and a 1997 Johnny Depp Al Pacino film about a real-life cop, each have titles starting with what name? It's a tough
I
question.
noticed that's Al Pacino instead of Al.
Not Al Pacino. Al Pacino.
Quarantine score.
Does it
No,
make sense?
they all need to be fixed, Mike. Every one
No,
of them.
no. That's my
I see.
lodestone. Yeah. Alright. Somehow Dale's plan of emailing the scores worked.
It worked. Occasionally, my wacky plans work. We're going to do question number 8 now. Question 8. Oops. In 1907, peace activist Anna Jarvis founded what holiday, which is now widely celebrated around the world on various days? Buzzinga. That's question number 8. I'm giving you 30 points if you get this. Can you believe it?
I can't believe right after this show, we're doing another show.
I cannot believe that either. Show after show after show. That's what you call showmanship.
And if any of the audience wants to be in the second show, it'll only cost them about $60,000 a year.
But they had to pay a long time ago.
Guess what? It's question number 9 now. Question number 9. What is the name for the Maori dance that the New Zealand All Blacks rugby team popularized as a group display to create intimidation? That's question number 9.
Mm-hmm.
Brad's giving you a clue there.
This is not a clue. This is just
It's just
something
something
I
he
did
does.
with my hand.
He sometimes just docks his middle fingers.
No, that's not docking my middle fingers.
Doxing. Dachshund.
No, doxing would be like telling everyone.
This is my middle finger's address.
Wait, doxing is sharing personal information?
It's sharing other people's
personal information. Ah, I thought doxing was just a synonym of cancel culture.
Mm-mm.
That's silly, Dale.
Come on, Dale. You're a trivia guy.
Wake up.
You gotta know this stuff.
Wake up. Saying wake up is the equivalent of saying calm down. Except I'm talking about the metaphorical wake up.
It's like the metaphorical, like, relax.
Yes.
Wake
Relax!
up. Relax.
Ah.
It's something everyone wants to have shouted at them.
Yeah, it works really well. When someone tells me to wake up, I think to myself,
Oh, I might be asleep.
I have been sleepwashed.
It's time to wake up. This person
Okay.
said so. Question number 10. Wake up. What constellation that has a distinctive W shape is named after a vain and arrogant Greek queen of Ethiopia, who oddly enough doesn't have a W in her name? It's so odd. It's so weird.
We got time, but no
There's that music.
Ooh.
Whenever we're losing our, whenever we're getting juggly over here.
we got bills,
I got juggled. Juggly.
but now we don't really give up. No, we don't really
What
give
band
up.
did
Living for
Bev
every
see?
life.
Oh,
That was the
Oh,
answer
that-
to
that-
one
the
of
answer-
questions.
okay, I
It
got
was
it.
the urinal
I was like, there's
piano
no
band.
way she heard one of the bands from our copyright acceptable playlist here.
Acting like there's no tomorrow.
I hope I said Maori right.
Maori.
Is it? It's not Maori.
Acting like there's no
It's Maori.
Maori.
acting like
Bev's getting a lot of Sims 4 vibes from me and you tonight. Sims 4? I'm more of a Sims 3 guy,
I'm more of a Simpsons guy.
which is how Brian pronounces Samsung, which is the maker of the television in his home. Hey, guess what? We're going to turn the music down for a moment. We're going to scroll all those questions and start a 2.5 minute clock. Whoever's submitting answers, please make sure you're on the round 3 answer tab. If you have not yet registered for our raffle, now is a great time to do it. So we're going to start. What? You got something?
And if you need any great rates on home and auto insurance bundling,
How is this adding value?
give me a call.
Okay, we're moving on. 2.5 minutes starting.
maybe soon we're running out of love. 'Cause we're young and we're stupid. And now we don't really give up. No, we don't really give up. Going all the way tonight. Life can be beautiful. Life can be beautiful. Dancing in the flashing light, making it beautiful. Acting like there's no tomorrow. Acting like there's no tomorrow. Acting like this. Acting like this. You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You're kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You were never backing down, backing down, backing down. That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this.
You got 30 seconds left.
I go all in to lose or win. Build things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time.
Only 10 seconds left to decide on those final answers. 3, 2, 1. Guess what? Round 3 is over. Officially. Now's a great time to hit up that raffle tab if you haven't already.
And that blue board.
It's great. Look at the blue board has been reset. You can look right there. It's been reset. $2 is all you've got to beat to get your closing messages, your messages of intimidation, whatever you want, your celebratory messages. Someone has to have a birthday out there who's watching this. Maybe you want to give a little $3 shout out to them. We'll be back with the correct answers, and we'll do our wagering on the final question in just a moment.
Ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. I'm going crazy for you, baby. Don't know how you're making me feel this way. What can I say? That's what I like about you. So dangerous. I get this rush when I'm with you.
Like, why are so many people putting unicorn head steer? Like, what a random thing. And then I realized. I'm like, did they Google this or something? Remember when it was. I think arrow seed drill was part of the question. They probably were just writing it as a placeholder. People are getting crushed on this JT question. I don't remember it, but. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think you might have done it with Justin Timberlake. Almost 25% of teams got it. Dale. Did you? One team got it wrong. What was that question? Oh, that's right. And Mike, you said you felt targeted by it. Dale, can you post these? Log in, just go to Google Sheets and find the private standings one. What? You haven't even been grading these at all? You don't actually go to QuizNight.live. You just put it in the private standings and it draws from there. Right. Yeah. Is it necessary that it's a separate spreadsheet? Yeah, but Can't just be a different tab. Oh, we're back. This is what we do. My mom said the music is too loud again. Our monitor is not a good monitor.
Is your mother?
Maybe. The fact that we don't hear ourselves in the monitor is indicating that it's not the best monitor.
Based on levels, music was about half as loud as it was.
But how come we don't hear our voices? That's why I'm asking. But we hear the music plenty loud.
I don't know why I'm going to this cab I just thought it would have been easier to just do it right here.
It could have been.
Team number one, late team number 23, at least.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand what's happening.
Because I need it.
Whoa! I just saw an interesting thing in the comments about how Jeopardy copied us this time instead of us inadvertently copying them. All hail Hypnotoad. All right, we'll do that. Let's go over the correct answer. I did my best hailing. I hailed them down like a cab. Let's go over the correct answers. 30 points for each one you gave us. The first one, what kind of animal did we show you there? Is an endangered one, so raccoon is not endangered. The correct answer was the red panda. The red panda.
Almost everyone got that right.
Which actually is not very closely related at all to the panda, much closer to bears or raccoons. Yeah. Number 2. 98% of teams. China is the most common name for the People's Republic of China, but the Republic of China is more commonly known as Taiwan. Brian, how did people do?
80%. Almost 81%.
Pretty good. Illustrum is which of the following? The correct answer was a 5-year period.
That's a long period. 49% of teams got that right.
It's been a lustrum. It's been a fortnight. Number 4, what pop star played the target regular Peg, classic Peg, on Saturday Night Live sketches? Justin Timberlake was the answer, and you'll be surprised to know that because how many teams got it right?
Barely 25% of teams.
Hardest question of the night.
Yeah.
There it is.
1 out of every 4.
Did it. 3 out of every 4 said something else or nothing.
But most people did get Saturday Night Live cast members of that
era.
Class.
Yeah. Like the Kristen
Wiig.
Wiig.
He wasn't even a cast member. He was just on the show.
Yeah, right. Hence the pop star thing. Number 5. What classic rock band often performed... Let me take that urinal part off. With a flute in many hit songs, it was named after the inventor of the seed drill. The correct answer would be Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull. 93. An impressive 93. That is impressive.
So we're starting to learn a little bit more about our demographic. We don't get to see you. Right. So we just kind of guess who you are based on what you get right and what you get wrong. So
yeah.
You're not SNL of the early 2000s, but you are 70s music. So we're learning.
Right. Also, I'm learning your mic is falling down your shirt.
My pants are firmly attached to my legs.
Great. Question number.
And I love chocolate chip cookies.
Question number 6. The native phonetic alphabet doesn't use Mancy for the letter M. It uses much more common name. The correct answer is right over there. Mike is the answer. Mike. M as in Mike.
59% of teams.
59. A 2001 film starring Jake Gyllenhaal and his sister Maggie, and a 97 film starring Al Pacino and Johnny Depp. Both start with what name? The correct answer is Donnie. Donnie Darko and Donnie Brasco.
Shut up, Donnie.
Shut up, Donnie. Donnie, you're out of your element. How many teams got that right?
Donnie, 85% of teams. Donnie did.
Well done. In 1907, peace activist Anna Jarvis founded what holiday, which is now widely celebrated around the world? It's coming up in just a few short days. You knew that. You didn't need me to remind you, right? Good. The correct answer is?
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
I'm sorry, I thought I was doing the
You were, but I
percentage.
just want to see if you're on your toes.
Yeah.
You were.
Look at
that.
my heels aren't on the ground.
Red shoes,
Now
red
they
shirt,
are.
red couch. Brian's on his toes. He is
Got
red.
red underwear, but I'm not showing you.
I'm not showing us.
76% of teams.
Number 9. What is the name for the Maori dance that New Zealand All Blacks rugby team is popularized? It's a group display to create intimidation. The correct answer would be the haka. Haka. Did teams do well on that?
74% of teams did very well on it.
I thought that was a hard question.
It was.
But teams did well.
Kind of entered the realm of pop culture, though.
Okay, I guess. But number 10, what constellation that has a distinctive W shape is named after a vain and arrogant Greek queen of Ethiopia, who oddly enough doesn't have a W in her name? The correct answer was Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia. Pronounced a little differently, but spelled similarly.
No, you're just mispronouncing Ethiopia. It's Ethiopia.
Oh, Ethiopia. I've always been saying it wrong. How many teams got
83% of teams.
I am actually blown away by that. You'll see the answers
They know their stars.
right here. They know their stars, and they don't know their SNL stars. We are learning. We are learning. And maybe you're learning too. We're going to show you the scores at the scores tab. You're going to show yourself the scores. They're already up there. We've got one question left. It comes from the category of music. Music is the category for this final question. You can wager up to 200 points. No more, but you could wager less. Music will be the category. Please make sure your scribe plugs in a wager there. And once they're all in, we will ask the question and start a 90-second clock. So get over to the wager tab and get those wagers in, please.
Get wagers coming in. Wagers are coming in.
We've wagered. You ready, Brian?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Blue board's reset. Last call on the blue board. All right. It's time to get quiet, focus, pull your team together. We're going to do our final question. It comes from the category of music. You're going to want to focus real closely. There's a visual element to this, as sometimes there is on the final question. Here's your question. Pictured here is the opening sheet music of one of the best-known works of what composer? We're looking for the composer's name, the composer. You're going to have 90 seconds, and we're going to start that clock now. There it is. There. It's going to be, there it is. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Look at that music. See if you can figure it out. Yeah, we're looking at the sheet music here. here. Look-sees.
Get this party started. I got the music playing loud. How you like my outfit? I have to say I'm kinda proud. I got my dancing shoes on, and I'm feeling dangerous. Let's get this party started. Yeah, we gon' be adventurous.
We only have about 30 seconds left, which is a bummer in one sense.
And in another sense, it's really important because we're running late.
We're running a little behind. Because we got about 15 seconds left. We're counting it down. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Classic peg.
You can tell Dale's really into that.
I watched that skit a bunch. Also, I watched the slap chop video a bunch, and it was surprisingly soothing to watch that slap chop video. Hey, we're going to take a look at your answers. We'll be back in a minute with the scores. And if you haven't done the raffle yet, now is your absolute last call to get in on that raffle for the $25 Wegmans gift card. We'll be right back.
Gonna grab some air now. I try to pick myself up. Nothing's wrong with me, yeah. But maybe this bow tie was too much. I just have to be cool. Looking like I'm Clint Eastwood. Ain't the bad or ugly. My mama said that I'm the good. We went to the club like we always do. This girl caught my eye, said, how do you do? She said, I am not interested, thank you. Then she left the room. Bartender. I'll have the usual. Give me the usual. I'll take the usual. I'll have the usual. Give me the usual. Another usual. Passion for something or someone that makes my world turn upside down. Wanna give it up for something or someone that's better than this. So don't be too offended. I have to leave. There's nothing in for me, no. I'm not fitting in. I've packed my things to go. Am I being naive? But it's my choice to make. It's my blood way.
We're back! We have the correct answer, and you probably already see it, so we're not going to belabor the point. It was basically, we showed you some sheet music, and we want to know who the composer was. It was from his Fifth Symphony. The correct answer was Beethoven, and I think I spelled
Ludwig van.
I think I spelled Beethoven wrong. Is that it looks wrong to me? Anyhow,
Beethoven?
I don't know why that looks wrong to me right now. Anyhow, you'll see your scores at the scores tab. We've got a tie for first place. The right answer spelled with a W, of course, and Unremarkable Brains each had perfect scores, 800 to them. In second place, we had the Quarantine Squirrels, and in third place, we had a tie between McBork and The Bronx is Burning. If you didn't make it in the top 3, that's okay, because we hope you had fun anyway. And there are no prizes for any of these people. But there is one more prize coming up. It goes to Terry Gilbert? Did I say it right?
No, because you said it really weird.
Terry Gilbert?
Probably Terry Gilbert, yes.
Terry Gilbert.
Gilbert, but
we're going to email you, and we're going to have it spelled correctly because you spelled it correctly in our spreadsheet. Congratulations, you won a $25 gift card. We'll put that in the chat there. So for those of you who may have missed it, we'll have the winner of the raffle in the chat. We want to thank you all for sticking around and playing our game tonight. We do this every Friday. Tell your friends, build the crew. Also, out in-person games, we've got a new event coming up on Thursdays at 6:30. Thursdays, 6:30. What are you doing Thursdays at 6:30? Maybe you're going to the Gilded Club in downtown Syracuse. We're starting trivia there. Right?
I'm going to host this week, but Mike, I think, is the regular host.
So you can see Couch Guy this week, also known as Brian. And then week after that, you can see Mystery Mike over here. Mike as in Mancy.
Nobody knows what I look like.
You can find out what he looks like if you go to Gilded Club in 2 weeks. You can see Brian if you go to Gilded Club this coming Thursday. Again, we want to thank you all for coming out tonight. We hope you had joining our virtual game tonight. We hope you had a good time.
We don't know what you did in your personal life.
If you want to help us out, buy us some cereal and some uncured bacon. You can make donations through Venmo or through PayPal or at our donate tab. Have a wonderful night, a safe rest of your evening, and a rowdy rest of your weekend. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Oh, and happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day!